Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. Today we are back with this time a set reveal and unboxing for you. We got a bunch of brand new pops from Target of a new line that I was very excited about. As a sports fan, as you can tell by my shirt, you can already tell what sport it is. So before we jump into the video today, make sure you guys go down below, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and leave this video a like if you can. If you very much appreciate that, guys, helps us out a lot. But today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new USA Basketball 92 Dream Team Funko Pops, and Target had a whole line of them. They have been releasing, I think, starting like about a month or so ago, and they have had 6, and they've been releasing them little by little. And there are some delays in the shipping, so I finally got the last 2 the past couple days, and I'm very excited because I've been waiting to get all 6 before I can start showing them off to you guys. So we're going to roll through them. These are 6 absolute legends, Hall of Famers, some of the best, that we saw in the 80s and 90s, of course the 92 Dream Team. Luckily, I got to see most of these players play in some capacity when I was a young little lad watching basketball on TV. But these are all absolutely great players, and we should all, love them. And I'm glad they made Funko Pops to help commemorate that amazing 92 Dream Team. Came out just in time for the 2020, now 2021 Summer Olympics. It was right before they actually started the Olympics is when these pops started to hit stores. So I know I got like the first couple while the Olympics first started, but now these last 2 came in, unfortunately, after the Olympics already ended. But we're still in that Olympic spirit, chanting for Team USA. We won the most golds, and our men's USA basketball team won the gold as well. So that just fits in perfectly with today's video. But let's roll down the pops we have, and our first pop is going to be David Robinson. And he is one of the big men on the team, absolute stud and Hall of Famer. He played for the Spurs, won a championship, and of course won a gold medal with Team USA. This is absolutely an awesome pop. I do really like it. Let's go ahead and take each of these out of the box as we go along too. David Robinson, like I said, was an absolute legend on the court. Also had that awesome 90s mustache which they absolutely captured here in the pop as well. I definitely like this, and I love how they captured the jerseys. Look at that. He's standing about. He has the basketball in his right hand, and he's about to kind of do a crossover a little bit, maybe between the legs, doing a little dribble, and look at that mustache. That's really awesome. And even the hairline with the fade, that's perfect. And on the back, he got number 5, Robinson. So I like these jerseys a lot. These are really cool. Done really well. Crisp, nice detail. I like the USA Basketball logo there too. The shoes, let's see. I think they're kind of more generic shoes, but they're still pretty cool. It's weird. Sometimes they have licensed the actual used shoes. I think in one of the Michael Jordan pops, they actually put Jordans on him. But most of the basketball pops don't have any actual shoes, discernible shoes, which is a little weird. But that is all right. So here's our number, and actually I didn't notice, comes with a stand. So here we go. We got David Robinson on his stand. Let's throw him on there. You know what? We'll go ahead and leave him out of the box too, and we'll just keep rolling here as well. He doesn't want to really stick in there. Yeah, that's a little weird. Okay, but I finally got it. So that's pretty cool. On the stand there. I don't know if he just... Yeah, I guess he would need a stand. I was going to say he doesn't need it, but he would because his back, it's not quite all the way there, so he might kind of fall over. But David Robinson, pretty cool. Let's go on to number 2. That is Carl Malone. The mailman, absolutely amazing in his day. Carl Malone is awesome, and he was a big player for the Utah Jazz. So he was great, and he was on that USA team that won the gold medal. Yeah, an absolute legend in Utah for sure. And this guy, he also comes with a stand. I guess all of them would come with a stand, so that way they can do their basketball moves a little bit better. let's see. The Karl Malone and David Robinson are pretty similar sculpts, in fact. Yeah, they're both kind of doing the same move. Yeah, they're pretty much the same exact move. But they do look a little different. You can see like the eyebrows, how his eyebrows are cut. His hair is different. It actually feels a little different too, which is cool. And then of course his beard. So it is a little bit different of a pop. And then of course number 11. Karl Malone was number 11 on that dream team. So there are some differences with the jersey and the making the pop actually look like the player. But there's not huge differences. So I guess these are not blowing me away so far, but they are pretty, they're pretty good, but they are not blowing me away by any stretch. And yeah, these stands don't want to go on, so that's a little weird. Let's see if I can get this on. No, it doesn't want to go in. Yeah, it looks like they kind of didn't make the hole deep enough for on the foot, so that's a little weird. It still stands up without the stand, so honestly, I don't know if you need it. I'm going to keep these guys in the box, though, so I don't know if we necessarily need that. But whatever, I'm going to keep rolling here. So the next one that we're going to show is Larry Legend, Larry Bird. One of the best shooters of all time, for sure. Larry Legend there, number 7 on this Team USA. Karl Malone's going down. He went over for the rebound and fell down. But Larry Bird is awesome. That's Celtics legend. Now in this one, he does not have his famous mustache because in '92 on the Dream Team, he did not have the mustache. But he kind of looks a little younger here than what he would actually look like in 1992. Because at that point, he's already been a number of years in his career. I think he was pretty close to 30, if I'm not mistaken. So this pop makes him look like he's a lot younger, but I'm sure Larry is happy about that. And yeah, these stands do not go in. David Robinson's went in pretty well. There we go. I had to kind of push that in pretty hard there. But there we go, Larry Bird. And again, pretty similar stance there. I think he's kind of leaning in a little bit more. Maybe it looks like I might be mistaken, but yeah, pretty much the same mold there. So unless they got a little lazy with those molds. It would have been cool if they were doing different ones, but I understand if they're just gonna make them all the same. But still a little disappointing if they don't make at least one that's a little bit different. At least Michael. But here we're gonna go on to our next one. I almost didn't show you. It is Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, the other MJ, one of the greatest point guards that we have had, and definitely still one that a lot of people know today. Still around basketball, still around sports. He's been on TV. He worked with ESPN, I think, with NBA TV, and now he is a part owner of like the Dodgers or something like that. And he's on a bunch of commercials too. I know he's always on like those healthcare commercials because he owns like a healthcare company in Florida. So he's all over the place for sure. But he's definitely a cool guy and a cool pop to have. I did not get his regular Lakers Magic Johnson pop. I actually saw that a number of times and I did not get it. But it's cool that I'd rather get this Dream Team pop. But it's pretty cool. Again, number 15, Magic Johnson, handling the ball. Makes sense for him because he always had the ball in his hands as the point guard. So that was cool. Now, the next one that we're going to be getting, he was a ferocious defender and one of the greats. It is Scotty Pippen. Scotty Pippen, amazing two-way player, amazing teammate, knew how to play off the ball, knew how to play great D, and could definitely score and run the show when the ball was in his hands for sure. Great all-around player. Scotty Pippen did wear number 8 on this Dream Team, and he was, I think this was like his 8 or 9 years in the league too, so he was a little, he had some years under him, but he was definitely in his prime for sure. Most of these guys were in their prime, which was what made this team so amazing. The previous Olympics, they didn't really have a ton of NBA players. They had a lot of, either lower level players or kids coming from college. And the USA kind of struggled a little bit. And then they said, let's go ahead and put together our God Squad. So that's what they did. Hey, bring over one of the best defenders in the NBA. Definitely really cool. We got Scotty Pippen. They're number 8 on the Dream Team. I definitely like how they did the face and the fade here. Definitely resembles Scotty Pippen a lot. So that's a really great detail with that. They did just release a regular Hardwood Legends or Basketball Legends. Yeah, Hardwood Classics, what they call them. Scotty Pippen. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I got that one. No, I got Allen Iverson and Dennis Rodman from that set. But that's still pretty cool. Pop for that. I almost got Scotty Pippen. I think I ordered Scotty Pippen and it got canceled on me from Target. So, oh well. And now this last one. Again, I almost opened up. Last but certainly not least, we left the best. Literally, the best for last. We got the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, he wore number 9. Not his classic 23. But when you go to the Olympics, most players don't wear their actual numbers. Some do when it's a lower level number, but most do not wear their actual number because they don't want to take away, from the country. They're gonna actually just wear a different number. But funny enough, Michael does not have a stand. Michael just goes out on his own, which is cool. But look at Michael's shoes. Michael has actually some differences. He actually does have some shoes that are different than all the other players. Well, actually, Scottie Pippen has all white shoes. It looks like David Robinson and Karl Malone and Magic Johnson all have shoes that are different. That actually, yeah, the 3 of them have the same shoes where it's like that red stripe on the back, if you can see. While Larry Bird has it without that stripe on the back. And then Scottie Pippen has an all-white shoe. And then Michael has a high-top shoe with blue laces and a red kind of tongue sticking out. And on the back, he has the red stripe on the back. So that's interesting that Michael got different shoes. I don't know if they're necessarily Jordans or supposed to look like Jordans. I mean, of course, they would be Jordans if they were actually wearing those shoes. But that's actually very interesting. That's some of the small details. And then also look at Michael. He's holding the ball in his left hand. Everybody else in their right hand. So they made Michael stick out a lot. So that's actually pretty cool to see that they at least made Michael a little bit different. Although it's not a huge difference, I'm glad they made him a little bit different. But here is our set of our our USA Olympic 92 Dream Team. At least 6 of these guys. Now, I think there was 12 or 13 players on the actual roster, so there's a lot more guys. John Stockton, Christian Laettner. There's a few other players that they could end up making these Funko Pops out of. They still have time, and I'm sure they'll probably go to Target if they are exclusives. So that would be cool to pick out the rest of the Dream Team because that was definitely one to remember. I am surprised they didn't put out John Stockton with this line, but I get it. But this is definitely a really, really cool line. I'm glad Target was able to put this together with Funko. But I want to hear from you guys. Did any of you guys get to pick up these USA Basketball Olympic 92 Dream Team Pops from Target? If you did, which ones did you get and which one were your favorites? I would say Michael is definitely my favorite of the bunch just because he is a little different. But I do like some of the details. I am a big fan of Larry Bird as well. But all 6 of these guys are absolute legends, absolute greats. So I'm glad that they immortalized them as Funko Pops with their jerseys, which all the jerseys look great. The jerseys and the shorts, a lot of detail. So props to Funko for putting that together. But I want to hear what you guys think as well in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys can, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. And thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.